Hi guys, it's Paul from Testo Junction. Today I just want to tell you a little bit about a testosterone booster that I've personally been using since I've got older, and I'm now 58. Probably about 5 years ago I started feeling the effects of of my age. I started to lack some energy. I wasn't sleeping so well. I put on a bit of extra weight around the middle and wasn't quite as active in the sack as I was used to be. And I actually did go and have a few blood tests from a doctor, and he did tell me that my testosterone was a bit lower than it should have been. It wasn't drastically low, but it was certainly down. And he suggested that I try and increase it a bit. And it was around that time that a product called Prime Male was released. I did a lot of research, a lot of studying on it, and it seemed to tick a lot of the boxes for me, so I decided to give it a go. Um, I'm just going to show you the product now and tell you a little bit more about it. Okay, well, here's the product. It's Prime Male, and it's quite obvious, as it says in the box. It's a 100% natural testosterone booster, and it's a scientifically driven natural formula, and it's 3 bullet points here. It enhances energy and libido, promotes lean muscle mass, and maximises overall performance. And I have to say, I started taking it actually shortly after it was released. As I said earlier, after some blood tests showed that my testosterone was a bit low, I just thought I'd give it a go. Now, the thing I like about this your supplement in particular is the fact that your manufacturers, they don't hide anything. They tell you everything that's in the mix. You know exactly how much of everything is and exactly what you're taking. Too many of these companies, if you could go and buy 10 testosterone boosting products, and 8 or 9 of them will use proprietary blends, which basically means they're hiding the full formula from you, and you don't know exactly how much you're taking of anything, and it's not good. A couple of the key points about the formula, the vitamin D, they use 5,000 international units. Now that is a tremendous dose of vitamin D. It's pointless taking much less, because anything less than 3,000 international units does not have any effect on testosterone levels. But studies show it's actually 3,330 IU and above, and it has a profound effect on testosterone. Going through the list, obviously it's got your different vitamins, your magnesium, your zinc, and it's got D-aspartic acid, calcium chelate, which is another superb ingredient. No tea booster should be without D-aspartic acid, and the calcium chelate is the most bioavailable form of it that you can get, and it really helps. I think studies have shown that it can increase testosterone by something like up to 40%, so it's an amazing product. The other one that I'm just going to pick up on is luteolin. It's quite uncommon actually in tea boosters, but it has some amazing effects, and it helps free up all the testosterone that you need in your blood to work. Right, let's just show you the bottle. Obviously it comes in the box, and there's a bottle of the Prime Male. Each pack contains 120 capsules. Now it's a 30-day supply, which obviously you can just do the math. It works out at 4 capsules a day. They do recommend that you split them through the day, and I would take 1 at breakfast, 1 just before lunch, 1 mid-afternoon, and then maybe the final one just before my evening meal. And that ensures a good flow of the nutrients through your body over the course of 24 hours. Having a look at the capsules, they're quite bright red coloured capsules. They're a decent size. I think I've said before in other videos, I have no problem swallowing any capsules of any size, but obviously I know some people do, and I do understand that if you have a trouble with capsules, it's quite okay just to separate the capsules apart and pour the powder into a glass of milk, a smoothie, or over your breakfast cereal or something, and you can do it that way, and it's quite good. I'm just going to quickly flip over now to my written review and just run through a few of the points of it. But before I shut this part of the video off, I just really want to tell you, if you're over 35, as I said to you earlier, I'm 58, and you know, over 35, you will notice that your testosterone levels will start to reduce. They say 1 to 2% a year. You don't notice it at first, but by the time you get into your 40s and into your 50s, you will notice like a difference. And this stuff really does work. Anyway, I'm going to go to my review now. Well, as I've told you a fair bit about it already, I'm not going to sit here and read all of it because it's going to get a bit boring for you. Basically, Prime Male is a purpose-built testosterone booster that's really developed for men aged 35 years and upwards. It's a very common problem as you get 35 and over to see your natural testosterone production start to reduce. And obviously it can provide some quite unpleasant side effects. You can lose your energy, you can start putting weight on, you can grow man boobs, and you can find that you know your sex drive suffers big time. If you go to your doc, they will often do a blood test and they can check your testosterone levels, which is exactly what I did. And if you're low, they might suggest like a form of treatment. Now my doctor is very forward thinking, and he did suggest that because I wasn't too bad that I tried a natural product first before going down the route of the drug based stuff. And this is what led me to Prime Male. So I'm just going to flick through the review here. I'm going to put a link to this full review at the end of this video underneath, so if you want to go back and read it all, that's great. I spoke about the formula really, obviously, earlier. It's got a list of really top quality ingredients. I mean, I covered vitamin D, D-aspartic acid, and luteolin. Another one that is well worth bringing up is boron. I mean, it's a superb ingredient, and it's really proven to work, and it's not found in a lot of products. As I said, this video I've put some details of all the ingredients on it. Please come back and read it all at your leisure. Just going to go through now, because obviously if you do fancy giving it a go, you need to know sort of where to buy it. And what I will say is, actually just going back to this bit, one thing that happened quite recently is that Dolph Lundgren, who is a well-known Hollywood action star, actually come forward and revealed that he'd actually been taking it himself. Now, you might think it's marketing ploy, and I'm sure the company was well chuffed to have him on board. But the fact is, before he became famous, he was in fact a chemical engineer. He's a clever guy, and he knows what it takes to keep fit and not to use anything dodgy. And if he's happy to use Prime Male, it's a great testimonial to have. There's lots of other copies of reviews on the on this link, and I'll tell you a little about the manufacturer, who are called ProPura. They're a well-established manufacturer, and they've invested heavily in the formula and their studies to make sure that they deliver this great product. If you want to buy Prime Male, you can go to the official website. Here's a photograph of the homepage here. It's primemale.com. You can order from wherever you are in the world, and they will ship virtually everywhere too. A month's supply will cost you $69, which works out about 40 quid if you're in the UK. And you can save some money if you buy 2 or more bottles. Now, obviously, you want to be taking this for a decent amount of time. I understand you might want to try 1 bottle first, but I'm sure you'll find it will work. Okay, so when you go back, I would buy the 3-month supply, because you get 3 bottles for $207, but you also get a complete month's free. So you're actually getting 4 bottles for the price of 3. And it's a great deal. And also the manufacturers give you a full 90-day cashback guarantee. So after taking it, you find that it doesn't work, you can return any unused product and anything you haven't opened, and you'll get your money back. And overall, I can't personally fault Prime Male. I think it's a fantastic product. It's well formulated, and I would just recommend it wholeheartedly. And I hope you try it. Cheers.